So this is Lucia. I'm here with Rich Mansor from Zamman. Rich, you were telling us about your next event, which is August 17th at Queen Bee in North Park. And which performers did you select to belly dance at your show?
So at the Queen Bee show, we have Desiree in Mexico and Natalie. She goes by Natalie, first name only, up in Los Angeles.
Now, these dancers are from outside San Diego, which is fabulous. What was your motivation to get performers outside of San Diego to come in here and perform here in San Diego?
Well, in their case, it wasn't intentional. It just so happened to be that I actually met Desiree at a show here in San Diego, and she just goes by the name Desiree in Mexico, and she is from there. And in Natalie's case, I was referred to her through our booking agent Anna, and she told me how great Natalie was and how she's sort of an up and comer. And Natalie comes down here once in a while to just sort of work here in San Diego, and we met. I met her and her mom, and great people. And so again, it wasn't intentional.
Are you hoping to build a network or foster a network, a community effort amongst LA and Mexico and San Diego?
And beyond, yeah. Since we started this band, in the very short time we have existed, which is I want to say 4 or 5 months right now, it's kind of been interesting to see how many dancers really out there that all have one thing in common. They're all complaining that there's not much to dance to anymore. That kind of raised a lot of red flags in my mind when I formed this band, and that was one inspiration for us to do this. Is that there's really no bands doing this kind of thing right now. I've been.
Do you think it's important for a dance artist to work with the band?
If your intention is to perform music or primarily belly dance music the way it was in the old days, absolutely, yeah. The dancer is sort of like the vocalist, because they're the ones out in front, kind of like a singer would be. You take a group like ours, we're an instrumental group. There is no singer, although sometimes there could be, but most of the time there's not. So the dancer is very crucial to be part of the rehearsals and all that stuff. She's really the other side, that. But also it's hard to even put in words, but it's absolutely crucial to really spend good time with the dancer and be very selective with which type of dancer you work with on which type of music, because there are different kinds of dancing. Not all dancers are the same. It's not just a quote, oh, she's a hot girl, or look how beautiful she is, because most dancers are. But it's their skills for us musicians that we really look for, is can she perform to the pieces that we're playing.
And do you think that's important as a word of advice to new dancers or aspiring new dancers, that if they want to improve their dance skills, is it important for them to listen and watch videos from, say, the 60s and 70s?
Well, if you're a dancer that, say, looks up to somebody like a Suhair Zeki or a Najwa Fouad, yeah, you better believe it's important to just not listen to the same CD 153 times, so you can perfect every movement, because that's not how they did it in the old days. It was not like that at all. So if your intentions to be, or if your dream, if you will, is oh, I want to be like Suhair Zeki, well, get back to the basics and see how they did it. And yeah, it's true, there were more live bands back then for them kind of dancers to grow up and perform with. But at the same time, even the music that was recorded back then was completely different. It was put together in a much more, say, less choreographed way. Everything wasn't so spot on. If you really look at those old videos, if you really pay attention, a lot of it was just them kind of having fun. It was they were improvising kind of at the moment. That's one element, probably the biggest, most hugest, and most crucial element that's really missing these days. If you pay attention to the dancing now, that's not what's happening. The dancers are spot on, yeah, but why is that? It's because they've been rehearsing to CDs, the same songs over and over and over. And for a guy like me, that just doesn't stick, That's not the real thing. People miss that. I think people miss that when you're at a wedding and your cousin got married or brother got married, well, it's a happy moment, and that's kind of missing now in the belly dance market. You don't get that feeling anymore.
Spontaneity,
It's gone. Yeah, the spontaneity is gone, and that would be certainly one thing that I, as a musician or as a band, would like to help bring back, and try to encourage dancers to bring back, because that's kind of been gone. You don't see a lot of, I hate to say it, a lot of girls maybe think they're too cute to have to put their best foot forward. It's such a shame, because they could be real good dancers if they wanted. But the good dancers understand that. They don't look at themselves in the mirror, and they already have so much confidence, and that's a good thing, that it doesn't matter how they wake up looking in the morning, they know they're going to go out there and really, really perform. Because what makes a professional is they're able to perform no matter how they're feeling or how they look. That's the mark of a real good dancer, is the confidence level. It's like they have the strength of a lion, and they can eye you like a fox. They know their mark when they see you from afar. And if you look at those old dancers, I go back and make this reference again, that's how they were. You were pretty much their slave the moment they went on stage, and that's what made them legends, and kind of obtained legions of multitudes of fans and admirers 30, 40, 50 years after they've retired, you know. So that's kind of what I'd like to help bring back, and that would be my message to some of the dancers, is to don't make your live performances seem too much like you're in the gym, because that's not what people want to see right there. They just want to see you get crazy, maybe a little bit.
Thanks, Rich. We appreciate it. We're excited to see you. Thanks.